there, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Andrea C., also known as I Heart Cross Stitch, and thank you for joining me today. Today is Monday, May 27th, 2019, and I am here to do my April and May update video. I will have to say that I am getting over a really bad headache. Have you ever had a headache that was so bad that when the headache is over, you kind of feel like you have a hangover from the headache? That's how I'm feeling right now. I don't have a hangover, but I just feel that foggy headedness that comes after having a really bad headache. So that's what I'm dealing with. So if you could just please forgive me for if I misspeak or if I seem a little bit off today, that's why. Also, there might be a few pauses in this video. Right now there is a frozen pizza in the oven that I'm making for my boys. And so as soon as the oven dings, I'm going to pause the video and get them their pizza and then come back. Alright, so before I begin, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Yes, you heard that right, coffee. From my Hershey's dark chocolate coffee mug. I can drink coffee again. Super excited. I have 1 cup a day. Heart problem is under control, so I can have coffee again, and it's wonderful. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to show you today is my finish, and that is Raven Queen from Mirabilia. Here she is. Now, if you remember, I stitched this as a gift for my niece, Sarah. It's my sister's daughter. She graduated high school this past Friday, and this is her gift. I know it's not framed, and that's okay. But I was able to finish it before Sarah graduated high school, and that was my goal, and I achieved that. So here she is in all her glory. And if you're familiar with this design, you'll see that I made some changes. Here is the model stitch. So you see this thing right here? I did not do that because I figured if there was one here, there should have been one here, because, you know, my brain likes symmetry. And it just didn't make sense to have this here and not one here. So I just left it out, and I think it looks perfectly fine without it. I made a lot of other changes though. If you remember, I changed her dress so that she was a little bit more symmetrical in her bosom, for lack of a better word. I made her breasts a little bit bigger and evened them out a bit, and I changed her earrings. I made this thing here not so tall, so if you look at it in the picture, it goes almost up to the border, and I didn't do that. I kept it a little bit shorter, and you know, I made a few other changes, but hopefully when I go to frame this, because I would like to frame this myself, at least stretch it myself, if nothing else. I'd like to do like a review video where I go in close and show you some of the things up close, but I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go in a little closer so you can see the beading. The beads in the crown were the first beads I ever put in, although once I finished her, I did have to take some of them out and fix them because they weren't straight. So there's the top. There's her beautiful necklace, and her earrings are dangly earrings. A little bit more simple. They were very big and intricate in the design, and I wanted to make her earrings a little bit more simple because her necklace and her crown are very detailed, and I wanted to make it so that her earrings were a little bit more on the simple side and not as gaudy as the necklace and the crown, if that makes sense. Okay, the beautiful raven she's holding. And her dress, I'll go in a little bit closer with her dress. I did make some changes in her dress. I made it so that it was even on both sides. And going down. Oh my goodness, I can't see very well. There we go. These beads here at the bottom were so much fun to put in. And and here's the border. Beads, and oh, there's the ding. Alright, so one thing I learned from this, don't save the border for the end. Okay, I'm going to pause the video really quick, get my boys their pizza, and I'll be right back. Am I recording? Okay, I'm back. Alright, so the pizza has been made and distributed, so I can get back to the video. Alright, so where was I? Raven Queen. So I showed Raven Queen. I finished her. I started her January 11th, 2017, and I finished her May something. I want to say it was this past Tuesday, maybe? Maybe? Monday, Tuesday? I forget. It doesn't matter. She's done. And she's gorgeous. I would love to stitch her again for myself, but just the lady and the ravens and leave out the background. I would love to do that for myself. I think that she's the only Mira that I would ever want to stitch twice, because I would love to have one for her. I would love to have one for myself. Okay, so I'm doing another, I'm sorry, brain. Another project that I worked on in the month of April is Strawberry Stitches from Jeanette Douglas, and here is the cover picture. And, oops, here I am now. Let me make sure that I'm showing it correctly. I am. So I finished the basket weave border that goes all around. You see the basket weave border? And I began this border here, which is black work and some kind of an eyelet. I forgot what it's, maybe Algerian eyelet. Let me look. Just give me 1 second. It is, Algerian eyelet. Yes. All right. So, yeah, goes up. No. How does it go? It goes like this. So there you go. I'm loving this. This is all silks, except for this brown back stitching, that's wool. And it's so beautiful. I love stitching on this. It's very luxurious stitch. Beautiful linen. It's lakeside linen. What is this? Vintage Lintel by Lakeside Linens. And I forgot to tell you, Raven Queen was stitched on the called for Witchelt linen, which is called Touch of Gray, 32 count Touch of Gray by Witchelt. And this is 32 count Vintage Lintel by Lakeside Linens. And if you remember, I received all of the materials for this from my lovely friend Carrie, who goes to the library stitch with me. It's so pretty. It's more than pretty. It's exquisite. Okay. Thank you again, Carrie, if you're watching this. All Alright, so there's that. The next thing I'd like to show you is, I'm calling it English Country Kitchen. I believe it's found in the August, to be honest with you, I don't remember. I wonder if it says anywhere on the magazine pages. I know it's cross-stitch gold, and on my Instagram it has more of the details, but I'm sorry. Here's the cover page, what it will look like when it's done. Very spring colors, very colorful. See, I like to work this project in the springtime because the colors in this remind me of spring. I don't think that this is a project I could work on in the autumn because it just wouldn't feel right. This is definitely a springtime stitch for me, so you'll only see this in the spring. Okay, and I have several projects like that actually, and here is my progress. Whoa. Okay, so here we go. So this is what I was able to accomplish in the month of, I believe I worked on this in April. Yes, I did. So I got this top bit done right here. So pretty, very spring-like, spring colors. I really like it. Especially the yellow and the pink and the purple. It's just so pretty. Okay. Alright, so the next thing I'd like to show you is Four Seasons by Marjolaine Baston. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but I worked on this as well in the month of April. And I did not get a lot done. I think I only worked on this for 2 or 3 days. And I just worked a little bit more on the bench. So I got a little bit more done on the bench. I'm stitching this on 28 count Monaco in antique white. The English Country Kitchen is 28 count Monaco, but the color is just plain white. This is an antique white. And so it's 28 count 1/1. So it's very, I'm going to go in really close. Teeny, teeny, tiny 1/1 stitches. I wonder if it'll focus. Teeny tiny 1/1, 28 count. I have to have really good lighting when I work on this. Alright, so, and the last thing I'd like to show you is the project that I'm working on right now. So in the month of April, I did work on Raven Queen, Strawberry Stitches, my English Kitchen, and Four Seasons. Now for the month of May, I don't normally do the typical Stitch Mania that everybody does. Last year I did a Mirabilia Mania, and so I continue that this year. So for the month of May, I worked on my Raven Queen until it was finished. So from May 1st until whenever I finished it, I worked on Raven Queen. And then the day after I finished Raven Queen, I picked back up my Lady of the Mist. And here's what the model picture shows. And if you give me 1 second, because I will pull it out, and I'm working on it right now, so it's in a Q-snap. And I'd rather not take it out. You guys have seen this before, right? I suppose I should take it out. All right, talk amongst yourselves. You know what I'll just do? I'll take this part, take the bottom part out, and I don't have to do the whole thing. So There we go. There. Now you can see everything. So here's her knee, and it comes down. This is one of the ruffles on her dress, and this is one of the flowers going up. So that's what I'm working on right now. So far this month, I've done this so far, I believe. Yeah, I've done this. So this is a beautiful, one of the most beautiful fabrics I've ever worked on. It's 28 count Lugana from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, and the color is Bliss. And it's a beautiful, it has shades of really light purple and pink in it, and hints of blue. It's like blue, purple, and pink, but all put together in a way that is perfection. It's so beautiful. So that's what I'm working on this month, and if you remember, I swapped out some of the beads for Krynic, and I'm loving that decision. See all these, it's Krynic instead of beads, and these purple swirly bits, Krynic instead of beads. I love it. So I'm saving myself so much time by doing that, and it looks just as beautiful. It looks just as beautiful. So there's that. And when I got this needle minder in the mail the other day, yesterday or the day before, it's from Gina's Unique Boutique. I thought it went pretty well with this project. All right, so there's that. Okay. Now I'm just going to check my notes and have a quick sip of my coffee. Okay. I know that I said that in May it was Mirabilia Mania, but I did work on a project in May that was not Mirabilia related, but I had to do it in May because, I'll explain. So I did start this new project. Brandon, shh, shh, shh. It's from Stony Creek. It's called Bushel and a Peck, and I started this on May 6th, and this is going to be a gift for my mother. And I started it on May 6th because that is a day that's very important to her. And this is from a song that she used to sing to my sister and I when we were growing up and we were little girls. She would sing a song that included these words. So I'm stitching this for her. And I got a really tiny start. Just a little tiny heart. I think it's this. Yeah, it's this. It's the beginnings of, it's the outline of this heart here. So I work on that every once in a while. Pick it up and work on it. Okay. Also, the last time I made a video, I wanted to show this to you guys, and I completely forgot. But I got this beautiful project bag from Pam at Stitching Between the Lines. When she came down here to Florida in February, and we met up at the Library Stitch Group, a little bit before that, she gave me this project bag. It's a made by Mama Joan project bag, and I'm keeping my finishes in here until I get them framed. So I wanted to thank her for that. Pam, Stitching Between the Lines. She's an awesome lady. She's a fantastic and talented stitcher and quilter and seamstress. Thank you so much, Pam. I really appreciate your generosity in that. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about two things that I'm going to be doing in the month of June. So the month of June is going to be new starts for me. I'm going to work on 2 projects in the month of June, and I'm going to have 2 new starts. So the first 15 days of June, I'm going to be working on this project. Actually, I'm not going to show it to you. I'm just going to show you the fabric and the threads, because this is a secret stitch. And I want I'm stitching a gift from my friend Carrie, who gifted me all of those silks and fabric for the strawberry stitches. I'm stitching her a gift as a thank you to her, and she knows that I'm doing it, but she doesn't know what it is. And I'd like for it to be a surprise, and I'd like for her to see it grow and blossom on Instagram. So I will show it here on my channel if you don't have Instagram, so you will see my progress. But I am stitching it on 40 count linen, and I'm so excited. I've never stitched on 40 count linen before, but I got this beautiful piece of 40 count linen. It is, what does it say? Oh, 14 count antique white Newcastle linen. So I'm really excited to try that. 1 over, how does it work? Use 1 thread over 2, so it would be 1 over 2. 1 over 2 on 40 counts, so I'll have to make sure I have some good lighting and work on that. So here's the fabric, and here are the threads. It's going to be a Quaker piece, that's all I'm going to say. It's a Quaker style design. And here are the threads that I'm going to be using. They're Victorian Motto Sampler Shop threads. The first one is called Chocolate Mousse. And Antique Rose Petals. And Green Moss. So these 3 colors together. I think that's going to, oh, look at that. That is perfect. So these 3 colors on this fabric. It's going to be a Quaker style design, and that's all I'm going to say. And you guys can watch it blossom and grow on Instagram, and when I show progress here on my channel. Super excited about that. I will be starting that on June 1st. Okay, and so the first 15 days will be that project starting June 16th. I will be starting this project. I know that Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch recently finished this, and I'm super excited for her, and I can't wait to start it. I can't wait to start this. It's just so, to me, it just screams summer and happiness, and that is a much needed thing for me, because for me, summer does not equal happiness. I'm sure many of you have heard of seasonal affective disorder, I think it's called, where many people experience a depressed mood because of the lack of sunlight that occurs in the winter months. And for me, it is the exact opposite. I feel that way in the summer. I try and stay out of the sun as much as I possibly can. Being in the sun makes me sick. Too much sunlight makes me, no. Like if I have to go out in the summertime, I try and go out either at sunrise or after sunset. Going out during the day, anytime between 10 and sunset, it's not my favorite thing at all. So the summertime, it's not a good time for me. So this will help me, I think. This will help me be more happy in the summertime because of these happy colors. So I got the linen it calls for is 32 count light mocha Belfast linen, so I got that. And I got this needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. It's a sunflower, it's a guitar pick. It's like a sunflower guitar pick. And I meant to bring it, because I ordered 2 needle minders from her. The rose one that's on Lady of the Mist, and this one. I got the sunflower one to go with the sunflower farm. And then she included a free needle minder too. It's a cute little pink button flower. It was adorable. I meant to bring it over to show you, but I forgot. Anyhow, I'm super excited to start that. Okay, so what do I, let me check my notes. Where's my notes? There they are. Okay, I'm gonna have some coffee. Okay, what else? All right, some things I got in the mail. Speaking of Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch, she had a sale. She sold some stash on her YouTube channel, and I was fortunate to be able to buy 2 of her charts. I'm really excited about that. So I got, and these are charts that I have been wanting since they were released. So I'm very happy that I was able to get them. So I was able to get Promise of Spring from Cottage Garden Samplings. I love this. I love the colors in this. So pretty. And I was able to get Faith. Have Faith. Oh, I love this. Love, love, love. Oh, it is my goal eventually to get all, almost all. There is one that is my least favorite. But I think there's 12 in the series, so eventually I'll have all 11 of them that I would like. Okay, now, I did make a video about this before, but I removed it from my channel because I didn't want people to think that I was bragging, or I just don't want people to think I was bragging, because when I show haul and things that I got in the mail, I'm not bragging. I'm just super excited about the things that I've received, and I'm sharing my excitement with hopefully my friends, you that are watching. So if you ever think that people are showing what they've got in the mail and you think that they're bragging, they're really not. They're just so excited about what they've got, and they want to share that excitement with others. So that's what I'm going to do now. One of my most fantastic viewers contacted me, and she said that she wanted to send me something in the mail to thank me for making videos. And at first I wanted to, my first instinct is to say, oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to get me anything. Just you thanking me for making videos is enough. But I know how I feel when I give to others, and it makes me feel really good. And she wanted to give me something, and I did not want to deny her that feeling. So I gave her my address, and I gave her the information that she requested, and she sent something to me, which is so incredibly fantastic. I'm not going to say her last name. Her first name is Angela, or Angie. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for this gift. I really, really appreciate it. She sent to me this beautiful, beautiful realist kit. It is called Still Life after N, and I don't know how to pronounce this. So N.J.'s painting. So, and I've tried to Google this artist to see if I can learn more about the artist and more about the original painting, and I really haven't found very much at all. I believe that the person who painted this might be from the country of Georgia, but I could be wrong about that. But look at the colors in that. Look at the red and the gray and the pops of blue. Oh, it's just fantastic. And let me show you the threads that come in here. It came with, I believe, 14 count Nita, yeah. And it's the wool acrylic blend floss for the most part. But look at these colors. Look at these colors. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Look at all that red. Oh, and browns. So nice. And this, I believe, yes, it does have a little bit of cotton. Anchor cotton floss. But for the most part, it's all the wool. Which is okay as long as I use a needle threader. I think that's what you call it. Oh, and here too, these blues and this green is cotton floss as well. Oh man, I love these colors. Thank you so much, Angela. Lots of red. I mean, I love blue and green. It's funny, if you were to ask me what my favorite color was in the past, I would always say green, because typically I do favor green more than any other color, but recently I've been drawn to blue a lot. So kind of if you were to mix blue and green together, I guess that's my favorite color. But as far as cross stitching goes, I really love to stitch with red thread. Love it. Okay, because you know red just pops off the fabric so incredibly well. Right, so there's that, and I believe this is, yeah. The last thing I'd like to show you is a purchase that I made from Joann's, and I tied it up. All right, so give me a second. Joann's had a sale, 60% off of one regularly priced item. So I went, and it was you could either in-store or online. So I went to Joann's online, and I was looking at all of the things. That had to be a regularly priced item, so it couldn't be anything on sale. So I looked at some of the cross-stitch kits. Excuse the package sounds. I looked at some of the cross-stitch kits that they were selling, and I saw this one, and I had never seen it before, and from what I understand, it's relatively new. But it's a dimensions kit, and here is what it will look like when it's done. And I was really drawn to this because of the way the jars of flowers pop off of the fabric. It just, with the shading and everything, and the way that the design is angled, the 3D effect, I really liked that. I was really drawn to that. And I thought that this was a pretty cool design. And it was 60% off. So I ended up paying like maybe $10 for this chart, for this kit. $10. All right. And it's very, now, let me go back. I thought that this was a full coverage. I thought it was full coverage, okay? I thought that you stitched in all of this shading and everything like that. No, it's not like that at all. It is like this. Okay, so it's like this pre-printed kind of thing. So the background is pre-printed on there, which is something that I've never stitched on a fabric like this before. And they have, so you have to be really careful where you start, in other words. It shows you, it has marks on the fabric where the center is here and where the center is here. And of course it has the center marked on the chart itself so that you know precisely where to start so that everything will come out the way it's supposed to come out. So I have that. I have no idea when I'm going to start it, but for $10, 60% off, I couldn't pass it up. That was just too good of a deal to pass up. I do have something coming to me. It is being shipped here now from, I don't know where, somewhere in Eastern Europe, Moldova, Ukraine, somewhere over there. I cannot wait until it gets here so I can show you. That one is going to be very hard not to start right away. I'm so excited about getting this chart. Okay, that is all I had to show you. I am almost at 2,000 subscribers. I believe when I checked this morning, it was at 1,981 or 82. And so I have something really special prepared for when I reach 2,000 subscribers. I'm not going to say what it is because it's a really cool design kit thing. I'm not going to go in any more details, but it will be for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe. And I think that's it. I want to thank you all. I know that I don't make videos as regularly as other FlossTubers. I work full time, and I have a 17-year-old and I have a 7-year-old, and you know, I have a house to take care of and a husband, and you know, things outside of, you know, other obligations and responsibilities that I have. So I'm very, very busy, and it's not always easy for me to make a FlossTube video. A lot of times when I have free time, I just want to stitch, really. Making a video is not always the first thing that comes up into my mind, but I really, really appreciate you guys sticking with me and supporting me and encouraging me. Your comments mean so much to me. They really, really do. And if you have a channel of your own, you understand how important the comments are. And so I thank you for all of that. Usually I do shout outs. I didn't prepare any shout outs today, but I want to thank all of you who make videos, and despite, you know, we all have things that we're dealing with one way or another, and for those of you who continue to make videos despite those hardships, I really want you to know that I appreciate it very much. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Hopefully, I will be back at the end of June or the beginning of July to talk about my June update. But you never know what's going to happen between now and then. So I will see you when I see you. And hopefully the next time I see you, I will have reached 2,000 subscribers, and I can do that giveaway. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy your stitching. Thank you for joining me today, and goodbye. I didn't stop it. Okay, I'm stopping it now.